Oda Nobunaga was the foremost military leader of Japan from 1568 to 1582. Now, Nobunaga, along with his two immediate successors, is credited with unifying the medieval Japan in the second half of the 16th century. Now, according to a legend, in 1560, Imagawa Yoshimoto and his army of over 25,000 men encroached into Nobunaga's territory and set camp in a hilly area known as Okehazama. Now, Nobunaga departed from his castle at Kyosu, and although he could raise only around 2,500 men, a ratio of 10 to 1, he decided to attack the invaders on his own terms rather than have them come and attack him in his castle. Now, en route, Nobunaga and his men stopped for a short while at Japan's second most sacred Shinto shrine to pray for success. He asked the gods for giving him a sign of victory or defeat by grasping a handful of Iraku Susho coins and tossing them into the air. He said, "If it is heads, we shall win. If tails, we shall lose. Destiny will now reveal herself as destiny holds us in its hands." The superstitious soldiers waited in a dreadful silence as their boss flipped the coins in the air. Then it fell to the ground, and when they came down, every single one was showing heads. Thus he told his men that the victory is assured. Jubilant because this was surely the most auspicious omen, they marched on, and just a few hours later, Oda Nobunaga won this improbable bet against the Imagawas with only 2,500 of his men in comparison to 25,000 of his enemy. Now they stopped at the same temple on their way home, exhausted but imaginably euphoric. Now one of the soldiers then said to Nobunaga, "No one can change destiny." "Right," said Nobunaga, showing a coin which had been doubled with heads facing either way. It was a two-headed coin just to ensure that fate comes out in their favor. Friends, what determines the course of our lives? Is destiny a matter of chance or is it a matter of choice? I believe that fate and destiny are two very different things. I believe we have one fate. It is the road that we human beings are all headed down. We are predetermined to die. But our destiny isn't so straightforward. Destiny is constantly changing and evolving. We have a choice. We can either let fate lead us through life or we can shape our own destiny. Destiny is not fate, not Sera, predetermined without any choice or pursuit on our part. It is God's predetermined plan for our lives, and we can choose to pursue it or not. A lot of people look at life with a Sera, what will be attitude. The phrase Sera was made famous through a song written by Jay Livingston and Ray Evans in 1956, and a song by Doris Day in an Alfred Hitchcock's movie called The Man Who Knew Too Much. Now the three verses of the song progress from childhood to young adulthood to parenthood and ask, "What will I be or what lies ahead?" And the chorus repeats, "What will be, will be." That indicates a kind of cheerful fatalism. The future is not asked to see Sera. From my understanding of the meaning of the phrase, it's telling you the following: fold your arms and do nothing because your actions will not change the outcome of a life. You have no say in what happens to you in your life. And third, leave everything to fate. Well, it's comforting, especially when things are going so very wrong, to think that everything happens for a reason. Yet, we should not be tempted to use the idea of destiny as a free license to just stand still, to use it as an avoidance tool. Remember, the power lies in you. You have the power to create your own destiny. As a thinker said, we cannot always choose the music life plays for us, but we can choose how to dance to it. You are not a helpless puppet in the hands of an unknown puppeteer. Everything in life is a reflection of choices you have made in the past. To bring about a more successful and a happier result, you now have to make a different choices. There are people today who live lives of peace, happiness and joy. There are also people who live lives of depression, discouragement and sadness. Who determines the kind of life we live? We do. The decision we make determines the destiny we reach. Yet many people make decisions unconsciously and invite unpleasant things like physical illness, emotional exhaustion, toxic relationships, and financial stress. As F.W. Bohram, the masterful writer and preacher, said, we make our decisions and then our decisions turn around and make us. We create our circumstances with our decisions. Everyday decision to exercise versus be lethargic, to be productive versus lazy, to express love and gratitude versus complain and criticize, opens the doorway to big opportunities in life. So it's important to make the right decision in life's ordinary moments, because your circumstances of life events never make you happy. It's what you decide to do with the circumstances that make you happy. Now, according to Tony Robbins, 3 decisions that you make every moment of your life control how your destiny unfolds. This incredible insight came at the end of Anthony Robbins' book, Money, Master the Game. Now, these decisions determine what you'll notice, how you'll feel, what you'll do, and ultimately what you'll contribute and what you become. If you don't control these 3 decisions, you'll simply aren't in control of your life. When you do control them, you begin to sculpt a new experience. The 3 decisions that control your destiny are your decision about what to focus on, your decision about what things mean to you, and third, your decision about what to do to create results you desire. So, what to focus on? They say to win in life, you got to focus on the positive. Focus on what you have instead of what you don't have. When we focus on something, our mind makes a second key decision. What does this mean to us? The meaning we assign to the event drives our emotions. According to Tony Robbins, the quality of our lives is controlled by the meaning we give these things. A positive meaning creates a positive emotions of happiness, excitement, and wonder, whereas a negative meaning creates negative emotions of sadness, anxiety, and hopelessness. This finally leads you to the third decision: what am I going to do? Now, the kind of meaning you give to an event determines how you feel, and your emotions, your feeling determines how you act, and your actions in turn determine whether you'll win in life. When we are feeling happy and excited, we'll take positive actions, work for our dreams, appreciate others, find the good in everything. But when we feel negative, hurt, angry, sad, afraid, we react and fall into a negative behavioral pattern. In a negative emotional state, people shout, curse, and they end up sabotaging themselves. Friends, instead of considering your destiny as something that just happens to you, believe it is something you actively create. Become the architect of your own destiny. Use your power over your destiny to design your future and shape the world around you.